If you're on a shoestring budget and want to enjoy breathtaking vistas, balmy weather, vibrant past, and cordial folks, then Alabama is the place for you. But hold your horses, not all parts of Alabama are equally lovely. Using sophisticated algorithms, we curated a list of the 10 most unappealing spots to pitch your tent in the Yellowhammer State. Unless you check all the boxes of being young, loaded, Caucasian, male, and straight, your odds of whistling Sweet Home Alabama in any of these locations are as slim as a needle in a haystack. Alexander City is a city situated in Tallapoosa County, in the central part of the Alabama. With a population of roughly 14,000 people, the city is renowned for its picturesque surroundings and outdoor recreational activities, particularly on Lake Martin. However, Alexander City faces several significant issues, including a poverty rate of about 20%. Crime is also a prevalent problem. Well, it seems like the citizens of this pretty city can take pride in achieving the silver medal for having the second highest rate of violent crimes in the state, which includes a generous helping of robberies. Furthermore, residents have a 1 in 24 chance of becoming victims of property crime. Ozark is a city situated in Dale County, Alabama, with a population of roughly 14,500 people. The city is notable for its military heritage, as it is home to Fort Rucker. Nevertheless, Ozark encounters substantial obstacles, with poverty, unemployment, and safety being major concerns for its residents. Roughly 1 in 5 people in Ozark live in poverty, while the unemployment rate remains almost 12%. Besides, there is a high likelihood of residents falling prey to property crimes, with a probability of 1 in 23. Looks like the burglars in Ozark are breaking records, with the city holding the title for the highest rate of reported burglaries in the state. Maybe they should consider offering a Burglar of the Year award. Prichard is a city with a population of approximately 22,000 people, located in the southwestern part of the state, about 10 miles northwest of Mobile. Despite its rich history and vibrant community, Prichard has a few teeny-tiny issues. For instance, poverty, unemployment, and crime are just a few of the many reasons that residents may choose to never leave their homes. Around 1 in every 3 residents live below the poverty line in Prichard, so it's a good thing there are plenty of public parks and recreational facilities to keep them occupied. In addition, unemployment rates are pretty high in Prichard, leaving many residents without work and wondering how they'll ever pay the bills. Unfortunately, Prichard has the second highest rate of reported rapes, so women in town may want to invest in some self-defense classes. Tuskegee, what a charming little city. With a population of around 8,000 people, it's definitely a place where everybody knows your name, especially if you're one of the every 4 residents living below the poverty line. And if you're lucky enough to have a job, well, congratulations. But hey, at least the average household income is a whopping roughly $28,000 a year. I mean, 1 in every 5 households lives on less than $10,000 a year. But who needs money when you have all the charm and character of a struggling city? And let's not forget about the crime. After all, Tuskegee is home to the highest rate of reported robberies and murders in the state. But don't worry, residents, I'm sure the local police force is doing everything they can to keep you safe. Just don't forget to lock your doors and windows. Fairfield is located in Jefferson County, Alabama, with just around 11,000 lovely inhabitants. One of the major concerns in Fairfield is the high poverty rate. But don't worry, only 1 in every 3 residents is living below the poverty line. And the unemployment rate is just a little above the national average, so it's not like it's impossible to find a job here. Is it? Now, let's talk about crime. Sure, the violent crime rate is almost 440% higher than the national average, but who doesn't love a little excitement in their lives? It's important to consider that Fairfield has one of the highest reported crime rates in robbery, murder, burglary, and car thefts. Isn't it like living in your very own action movie? Additionally, we must not disregard the median income, which is just a measly $41,400. No wonder why nobody wants to spend over $95,000 for a property here. Eufaula is a small and charming city, located in Barber County, with a population of around 13,000 people. Eufaula may be one of the poorest cities in the state, but it's just bursting with small-town charm. Who needs big city amenities when you have beautiful lake and historic homes, don't you think? With a median income of only $34,700, you can really experience the joys of living paycheck to paycheck. 1 in every 5 households lives on an income of less than $10,000 a year. The odds of being a victim of property crime are 1 in 25, but that's just part of the excitement of living in this small town. Experience the thrill of living on a shoestring budget and always wondering if your belongings are going to be stolen. With a population of only 20,000 people, Selma is just big enough to have its very own title as the rape capital of the state. Ladies, watch your backs. It's important to acknowledge Selma's high crime rate. Who doesn't love a little excitement in their lives? Whether it's getting mugged on the street or having your house broken into, Selma has it all. Let's also take into account the city's elevated poverty rate, with 1 in every 3 residents living below the poverty line. Living in Selma is like living in your very own third world country. But don't let that scare you away from moving to Selma. Anniston is the lovely city, situated in Calhoun County, with a population of around 22,000 people. Who wouldn't want to live in a place where the population is dropping like flies? In the past 5 years, the city has seen a significant 4% drop in residents. Maybe they're tired of living in the poverty-stricken, crime-ridden, unemployment-laden, low-income, and shamefully, most dangerous city in America. It's also home to one of the highest number of reported incidents of assault, rape, murder, robbery, burglary, and larceny. It's like living in a real-life episode of Law and Order. Who wouldn't want to live in a place where you have to constantly look over your shoulder and keep your doors locked tight? You have a 1 in 13 chance of becoming a property crime statistic and a 1 in 33 chance of being on the receiving end of some good old-fashioned violence. Come down to Anniston, where danger lurks around every corner, and the police sirens are your lullaby at night. Bessemer is located in Jefferson County and has a population of around 27,000 people. It's situated in the central part of the state, about 13 miles southwest of Birmingham. Bessemer was once a thriving steel town, but has faced significant economic challenges in recent years. The city has highest unemployment rate and second highest poverty rate in the state, with around 1 in every 4 residents living below the poverty line. But don't worry, Bessemer still has plenty to offer. For instance, it has one of the highest crime rates in Alabama, so you'll never be bored wondering if you'll be the next victim of property crime or violent crime. And if you're lucky enough to find a job in Bessemer, the median income is only around $30,000. So, you'll get to experience the thrill of scraping by on a tight budget. Atmore is the tempting little suburb of Mobile. Well, it may not have a lot of people, but it's definitely winning the race to the bottom. With sky-high poverty rates, rock-bottom median income, and the kind of crime and unemployment stats that make you want to crawl under a rock, who needs a big population anyway? It's a real jack of all trades, don't you agree? But wait, there's more. 1 in every 3 area households live on an income of less than $10,000 a year, so forget about living in luxury. The number of vacant properties in the city is a surefire sign of decline. Sure, it may have more sunny days than any other city in Alabama, but who wants to enjoy the sunshine when you're living in a place like Atmore? You'll be too busy worrying about getting mugged or robbed. Thanks for visiting our channel. We invest considerable effort and dedication in researching, producing, and presenting content that we believe you'll love. Kindly consider subscribing to our channel to receive early access to our newest videos and updates, and to support us in creating even more exceptional content for you.